No way, an OP temple! Let's see this loot!
In this video, I'm going to be looking at some of the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns I've found online. And these only get funnier as the video goes on, so if you enjoy, subscribe. Our first run of the day begins in a weird position. The speedrunner is somehow on a very small platform in the air. The speedrunner tabs out of Minecraft to search on Google how to make awesome fake speedrun. Did he think we wouldn't see this? The speedrunner tabs back into Minecraft and decides to jump off a cliff. The video cuts to him being alive and he types MLG in the chat. Come on, man, we could see you died. He decides to go get some wood like every other speedrunner, and following that goes to mine in a cave to get some iron tools. He starts to dig straight up and all of a sudden he is in the middle of the ocean. How does this even happen? He types in chat, I need help, and a friend flies over to him and starts to place down some boats. This is so obviously fake. The speedrunner gets in the boat and sails over to land where his friend blows him up. Okay, I guess your friend doesn't want you faking your speedruns. So the speedrunner respawns in the nether, which isn't even possible in Minecraft. He crafts some ladders with wood that magically appeared in his inventory and walks over to a fortress strategically placed next to him and starts to build to the top of the fortress. When all of a sudden his friend hits him off the ladder. Your friend is doing us all justice trying to stop you. The speedrunner falls and dies and respawns at a blaze spawner where a ton of blazes are. He uses a bed to destroy all of them and gets a stack of blaze rods. The chances of a speedrunner getting a stack of blaze rods from that many blazes is impossible. The next thing our speedrunner decides to do is type in chat, and his friend flies over to him and gives him a very OP looking sword. This sword is impossible to get in default Minecraft. The speedrun has a very obvious cut, and we can clearly see that he built some sort of room out of diamond blocks. There's a sign in the room that reads Minecraft Awesome Easter Egg. When he opens the chest directly next to it, he gets some OP armor and ender pearls. This building isn't even in the game. He throws an ender pearl and the speedrun cuts to him at their stronghold. Nobody is getting fooled by this. He fills in the portal and his game crashes. The speedrunner didn't even get to complete the run. Rate this speedrun friend help me out of 10. The next speedrun starts off pretty well. The speedrunner spawns in a savanna biome, which is widely accepted as a good spawn. He runs to get some wood and crafts basic wooden tools like any other speedrunner. He then travels to a cave to get some stone tools and iron for a bucket to make a portal. When the speedrunner is exiting the cave, somehow Obama is right behind him. This isn't even in Minecraft. The chances of this are impossible. He tries to run away from Obama as it scared him, but the speedrunner ends up getting cornered and tries to escape but fails. The speedrunner ends up blacking out and awakes at the White House. Why would we believe this is even in the game? Obama walks him through the White House and the speedrunner edits text over the run that says this new feature is insane. Obama brings him in a room with some insane looking armor and a chest with a flamethrower and some god apples. Something tells me that this run is only gonna get more crazy. The speedrunner takes the gear and follows Obama through the White House yet again, and when they get to the top floor, the speedrunner finds a chest which has some weird looking item in it. I'm not even sure what this is. So the speedrunner defeats his friend with this new item and goes to a nether portal in the White House. The speedrunner finds this sad excuse of a piglin in the nether, which we can obviously just tell is his friend. The piglin gets scared of the speedrunner and drops him some ender pearls and what looks like a nuke. The speedrunner still demolishes the piglin. This speedrunner has no chill. I have a bad feeling this speedrunner is gonna do something terrible with this nuke. He goes back to the overworld and teleports over to the stronghold and places the nuke on the ground and crashes his game. How does this even happen? He rejoins the server in creative mode and grabs his old gear and heads back to the portal. This ender dragon is in for a rough time. He goes back in the portal and drains the dragon of all of its health insanely fast, and the dragon just falls apart. I rate this speedrun President in Minecraft out of 10. This next run spawns right next to a desert village. So like every other normal Minecraft player, the speedrunner decides to go and loot it. He grabs some hay bales and also beds so he can quickly eliminate the dragon. Our speedrunner then runs into a village house and and coincidentally finds a desert temple in the house. Now, I'm not gonna point any fingers, but this is super suspicious. He loots the desert temple and finds a god apple. Yeah, the chances of that spawning is 2%, especially in a desert temple like this. I don't believe it. So the next thing our speedrunner decides to do is run over to a savanna biome in search of a lava pool. He finds a lava pool and decides to craft some planks, and when all of a sudden at least 10 stacks of planks come from nowhere. How is this even possible? He climbs on top of a tree and makes 1,000 crafting tables. Why would we even believe this is legit? He places an iron ingot down in his crafting table and crafts what seems to be some sort of lucky block. He takes the lucky block out and gets 6 stacks of golden apples. Yeah, nobody is getting fooled by this. He repeats this process until he gets a ton of random items such as potions, experience bottles, diamond blocks, and just in general OP loot. He crafts some netherite armor which gets level 255 enchantments. Yeah, this isn't even possible to get. He gets off the tree and makes this sad excuse of a portal, which I'm not even sure how you mess that up. Mines the obsidian like it's nothing and goes in the portal to the nether. And this next part will shock you. Speedrunner finds a bastion, but instead of bridging over like a normal person, he jumps in the lava ocean. He runs through the bastion and one-shots everything in his way and leaves to go find a fortress. Once he arrives at the fortress, he gets some blaze rods and decides to head out. And once he returns to the overworld, he spawns a wither. When did he even get the materials for this? He defeats the wither like it's nothing and moves on. This is getting a bit out of hand. Shoots an eye of ender to locate the fortress. And once he finds it, he digs down insanely fast. Gets in the portal and swiftly defeats the ender dragon. I rate this 1,000 crafting tables out of 10. The fourth speedrunner begins in a village. This is possible, but every other fake speedrunner does this, so I'm skeptical. He gets some wood and makes some wooden tools, then grabs hay bales for food like a normal speedrunner. He runs over to some specific blocks that's marked by a red flower, strangely placed there, and breaks it. Inside is the creator of Minecraft, Notch. Chances of this spawning in default Minecraft are 0. Speedrunner hits Notch with his fist, and all of a sudden, Notch drops him some command blocks and redstone. How is he even getting command blocks in survival? He places down a command block and starts spawning in some OP loot. She gets some unenchanted netherite armor, eyes of ender, a sword, strength potion, and some ender portal frames. This speedrunner is something else. Notch tells him to follow him, and they end up going to the sad excuse of a building. The sign reads Mojang Headquarters. This isn't even a structure in the game. Yeah, this is totally fake. Notch tells the speedrunner he's going to code something awesome in the game, and when the speedrunner asks if he can have it, Notch says no. The speedrunner gets angry and kills Notch, which he drops some very OP looking loot. He gets a pickaxe, which he uses to mine out the building insanely fast. He places his end portal frames and messes it up. Luckily, the speedrunner digs straight down and there is a fully lit portal. Chances of that spawning are 1 in a trillion. Walks over to the ender dragon and one hits it with his OP loot. Rate this, Notch gave me command blocks out of 10.